I have to, need to, should. Eliminate those words. Change it to want. I want to do this. I want to eat the healthier foods. I want to exercise. I want to become lean. I want to do these things. It's like I should. Health is real bad. I guess I have to. So how does that feel? Well, it stinks. Like it's like I really shouldn't have done that. It's like that. It's just there's nothing in that. There's nothing that's inspiring me on that. Yeah. And then when you think about it, right? Inspiration, motivation. What is that? What is inspiration? What is motivation? Other than just wanting to do something. If you're motivated, people want motivation all the time. Where do I get motivation? What do I do with motivation? Motivation isn't like you fighting, slogging yourself to do it, just applying discipline and it's like that is not motivation. Motivation and inspiration is desire. It's a burning desire. I want it so bad. And when you want it so bad, the motivation just naturally flows from desire, right? What is motivation other than a strong burning desire? And then that drives you, right? So setting up the conditions and finding those things that stimulate desire, letting go of the mindsets that disrupt desire. Our desires, like I said, are influenced by so many things. They can be influenced by other people, by culture, by things we've learned, by unconscious biases. There's so many things driving our desires. But the fact is, whatever you're doing right now is because you want to. You're watching this video right now because you want to. You're doing everything, even if you're just playing a video games because you want to. It's because all the things there are. But this is the thing: we have a multitude of desires. We sit in a matrix of desire. There are so many things tugging on us, so many things that we want, so many things we want to do, all at the same time. And that's the thing. So when some people would sort of reduce that to a sense, to this whole thing, you don't really want it. If you really wanted it, then you do it. It's like, that's not true. The fact is you do want it. If you've ever said, I really want that, and you've thought to yourself, but I mustn't really want it if I'm not doing it. Of course you do. It's just that you want other things as well. The only thing stopping you from doing the thing you want is the other things you want, right? Is the desire. And this is the thing, I've realized after coaching people, training them, counseling them, all over the years, the thing I've come to realize is that people are going to do what they want to do in the moment. It's late at night, after dinner, they're wanting to, they're craving just that pleasure of eating some ice cream or whatever it is, and that desire is so strong that they do it, and then that doesn't mean they don't want to lose weight, they don't want to manage their calories overall and do that. But in that moment, that is just more. The desire is so strong that they end up doing it, and that's the thing. You cannot fight your desires for too long. So. This comes to another point. Another thing you would have never, if you followed this channel, you'll know that I never talk about discipline. I've never said, everyone should just be more disciplined, or if everyone just had enough discipline, then you'd be able to do it. I've never said that because it's something within me just doesn't agree with that. It just doesn't feel right, because when you want to do things, then it doesn't require any discipline. Like, the fun example is, you never have to tell a kid to be disciplined around playing video games. You never or adults who really enjoy it. There's no, when you're enjoying it, you're fighting yourself not to do it. You really, really want to do it, so they do it. And they spend hours of concentrated effort on this thing, getting better at it, doing more and more and more of it. That's not discipline. But then they have become extremely competent and amazing at this thing that they're doing. The game they're playing, or they're knowledgeable around this thing, and you learn more and more about it. You're driven, So, I think it's like that with people who are into sports, for example. They might be into football or boxing or whatever they do, or basketball, and they're just obsessed with it. They love it and they want to do it. They want to train. They get out there. And then, there are times where they're working on a skill and they've got to stick with it. They've got to stick with it and work hard and apply themselves into the training. But, I mean, they want to do it. They want it. They want to be better. It doesn't mean it's not hard. And then it doesn't mean that they don't have to push themselves to stay in it. But there is a desire that's driving it, a desire to be better. And that desire, might wear you down at times. But you know what? If they didn't want to, if their heart just stopped being in it, then that, maybe they'd continue doing it if they were making money off it or something. But again, then the money and the whole situation would be the thing that's keeping them in it. Their desire, it's enough of a desire set in there to keep them there, So what I'm saying in the end is that if you want to achieve good health, achieve a good lean body and maintain that over time, the biggest question that you need to be asking yourself is this thing making me want this more? Because in the end, that's what you're going to do, the thing that you want to do. If you're doing some extreme program that's making you hate working out, that's making you hate your changes in your diet, that you're not being driven to want it more, then you're not going to do it. Then in the end, you can't fight yourself for too long. You can't fight yourself and then end up coming to love that thing that you're fighting yourself to do. It's a drag. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it over the long term. You can force yourself for a little while, but not too long. You just burn out and then you hate it. You hate the whole process and you stop doing it. It's just killing your desire. What is important is to protect your desire. Make sure that your desire is being nurtured towards the things you want to do. I was talking to someone, a lady yesterday actually, and we were talking about how she'd really changed her drinking habits now because, she's starting to realize that she feels worse from the drinking. Right, she feels like if she goes ahead, she's going to be tired the next day. It's going to be worse. But see, there was a time where she just absolutely couldn't dream of not drinking, because it was just so awesome. It just felt great. Now the negatives about the drinking are more in focus as she thinks about it, and then thinks it feels negative, so I don't want to do it anymore. The only time the behavior changed was when she stopped wanting it. It's like. So fighting yourself, it doesn't work, right? But you got to work with the system. Start instead of just trying to force actions and trying to whip yourself into action. It's start working on your desires. Start working on what you want to do, right? And then it just happens naturally. Because desire drives action. Now that I want to feel good the next day, then drinking's not going to sound good. Right? It's not going to feel, I'm naturally not going to want to do it. If I have to be like, I want to do it so badly, and then you have to fight yourself, you will lose that battle. In the long run, you will lose that battle.